Loneliness and isolation are a painful part of life for many Americans, with 1 out of 2 people reporting measurable levels of loneliness. The U.S. Surgeon General calls it a public health crisis with devastating impact to our health. So why are we seeing so many disconnected people? Spotlight on America goes in depth.
There we go! What a hit! Go! Come on!
Social sports,
You have to go! You have to go!
like this Volo Kickball League in Washington, D.C.,
Dang.
can be a lifeline for people feeling isolated in today's society.
Safe!
Have you experienced loneliness?
I have.
Lindsay Cohen and Kaylee Ann Schwartz joined the league to recapture some of the social connection they lost during the pandemic.
I feel like I know a lot of lonely people and a lot of people still searching for community.
I think COVID really did a number on our generation.
I think it's a lot more serious than we had thought.
Volo Sports League founder and CEO Gio Marcantoni told Spotlight on America after COVID they saw a significant change in the way people communicate.
It was like, wow, people don't just interact as they used to. They're walking around kind of beating to their own drum, and it's like, it's hard to just talk to people.
I worry that we have become a lonely and disconnected nation.
The U.S. Surgeon General declared loneliness a public health crisis last year, saying 1 out of 2 Americans report measurable loneliness and calling the health impact devastating. Not only increasing the risk for depression and anxiety, but also heart disease, stroke, dementia, and even premature death.
I think we are absolutely at risk.
Psychologist and Harvard professor Dr. Rick Weisbord led a 2021 survey that found young people had the highest levels of loneliness, with nearly 2/3 of young adults 18 to 25 and more than half of mothers with young children reporting serious loneliness. Weisbord says multiple factors are to blame, including remote work and social media, which can make it harder to create true relationships.
I think in a number of ways, in-person interactions tend to be, more connecting and more fulfilling.
Multiple studies show the COVID pandemic contributed to loneliness, but it was already well underway, with the amount of time young people spent in person with friends declining by nearly 60% from 2003 to 2019.
Did you feel like you hit rock bottom?
Oh, 100%.
As a new mom, just divorced and working remotely during the pandemic, Myra Darris thought she was staying connected.
Whether it be the Facebook groups or messaging, and I was like, oh, I have a community, but not really. It was very superficial when you have these social media friendships or communities. I wasn't having any meaningful, deep connections.
She started experiencing debilitating loneliness, which included depression, even blackouts in time.
I felt like I was going through the motions, but I was doing it all. I was putting my energy. And then when my son would go away for the weekends, I wasn't leaving the bed. I would sit there telling him, I'm like, get up. Get up.
Myra ended up taking short-term disability and got help through therapy.
And I realized, oh, we do need people. We do need community. I need to get to know my neighbors.
Send it!
Beautiful!
Making an intentional effort to get out with people in person is an important solution, Dr. Weisbord says, because loneliness can feed on itself.
If you're feeling sad or depressed, you can isolate yourself, which can make you more lonely, which can make you more likely to withdraw, which can increase your sadness and depression.
I definitely find myself getting sadder and sadder the longer I go without seeing people.
It can be debilitating, right? Like, it's really hard to break out of your routine to get out of it, but also sitting alone just amplifies those feelings.
Kicking the loneliness habit isn't always easy, but the results are worth it.
We should do it for our health, but the bigger reason to do it is that it's what makes a life wonderful.
Go, go, go! I love this. Once you get out there and talk to people, it always gets better.
Let's go! I don't think they could have been any closer.
Besides the impact of technology, Dr. Weisbord says other factors contributing to the loneliness epidemic include people delaying marriage and raising families and a decline in religious participation, both of which have traditionally offered a source of connection and support. Now, Harvard is working on an update to its loneliness survey. We'll post those new numbers for you on our website. Just click on this story at spotlightinvestigates.com. For Spotlight on America, I'm Angie Moreski.